The morning mist hung over Palo Alto like a veil on Thursday, October 8th, 2025, at 8:00 a.m., wrapping the 47-acre SpaceX estate in a ghostly 54-degree Fahrenheit haze. Inside the control room, a quiet tension hummed as the Starlight engine, its $50,000 core now fused with a fragment, and Sarah's radio glowed on a $20,000 workbench, casting golden light across the 6 figures gathered around it. Elon Musk stood at the center, his bloodshot eyes sharp despite sleepless nights, his $200 hoodie hanging loose over a frame taut with determination. The weight of his $200 billion empire seemed trivial next to the engine's pulse. Beside him, Mae Musk clutched Joshua Haldeman's weathered leather journal, her silver hair glinting, her grief transformed into a steely resolve. Jolie, the 85-year-old nanny who once scrubbed tables for $8 an hour, leaned on a chair, her frail hands trembling around a faded $5 photo of Joshua, her Spanish accent soft but firm, her $25,000 life a quiet pillar in this unfolding story. Clara slumped nearby, her blood-stained $50 coat patched from Montana's scars, her wrench still but her grin fierce, a survivor's spark in her eyes. Evelyn Carter, 78 and weathered, stood by the window, her white hair stark against the mist, her rifle close, her gaze locked on Sarah Grayson, Joshua's 30-year-old granddaughter, whose green eyes traced the engine's signal on a $1,000 SpaceX tablet with an engineer's focus. The engine's hum shifted, a faint crackle cutting through. A voice intercepted just past midnight. "It's mine." 36 waited. Voss's words, cold and biting, looped through the static, traced by Lucia's team to Antarctica, 3,000 miles south, a distant echo from Pretoria where the engine's 500,000-watt flare had lit the night before. The signal pulsed again, jagged and alive in the engine's glow, and the room stilled, the threat sinking in. Elon's fingers gripped the workbench, his voice low but charged. "Antarctica," he said, cutting through the fog. "Voss is there, 3,000 miles south. That device he stole, it's active, calling us." Mae's breath caught, her hands shaking as she opened Joshua's journal to a marked page. "The ice holds the last star. 3 hearts, 1 flame," she read, her voice trembling. "It's his. 36, his age when he crashed. He left something there. For us." Tears fell, dotting the leather. A widow's love tangled with a mother's dread. Jolie's voice rose, frail but fierce, clutching the photo to her chest. "3 hearts," she murmured, her Spanish lilt steady. "Me, Mae, Evelyn, his flame. I told him stories. Stars falling to ice. It's calling, Nino." Her arthritic hands steadied, her eyes alight with a fire beyond her years. Clara's grin tightened, her wrench tapping the floor, her voice rough but vibrant. "Round 3 with Voss, huh? Guy's got a $50 million death wish. I'm in, barely upright, but in." Evelyn turned from the window, her rifle snapping up, her tone edged with resolve. "He killed Joshua, 36, my heart for this. Antarctica's his endgame, ours too. Sarah, what's it saying?" Sarah's eyes narrowed, her fingers racing over the tablet, decoding the signal. "Coordinates, 3,000 miles south, deep in the ice. Voss's device, it's sinking, amplifying something. The engine's responding, alive, like Mom warned." She pulled a $5 note from her pocket, Lily's handwriting scrawled across it. "The stars choose their keeper." Her voice wavered. "It's picking us, but him too." Elon's jaw clenched, his gaze fixed on the engine, its hum a living rhythm. 12 hours, he said, his tone sharp. "Gulfstream's ready, $70 million of speed. We hit Antarctica by 8:00 p.m. tonight. Voss wants a fight, we bring it." He grabbed his Tesla jacket, striding toward the hangar, his $200 billion will a force in motion. The group moved fast, urgency sparking through their exhaustion. Mae tucked the journal under her arm, her tears gone, her purpose clear. A widow stepping into her husband's legacy. Clara pulled herself up, wincing as her wounds flared, Her $50 grit a quiet strength, her wrench a lifeline. Evelyn slung her rifle over her shoulder, her 78-year-old frame unyielding, her eyes fierce with hope. Sarah grabbed the tablet, her green eyes blazing, her $500 life now part of this $1 trillion stakes, her radio's echo tying her to Lily's memory. Jolie followed, her $25,000 journey reignited, the photo pressed close, her soft voice rising. The starlight binds us, Nino. We're not done. The hangar thrummed as the Gulfstream GCX-50 roared awake, its sleek form slicing the mist, a $70 million jet primed for the 12-hour flight. The engine rested in its case, its glow muted but alive, the signal crackling again. It's mine. 36 waited, each word a sting, Voss's taunt shadowing Joshua's light. Elon took the controls, his hands steady despite the storm within, his voice sharp over the intercom as the jet lifted off at 8:30 a.m. Antarctica, 3,000 miles south, 12 hours. No coalition chatter since Montana, he's waiting. Hold tight. The mist faded, the sky stretching gray and vast, the jet climbing to 40,000 feet where the air bit at 20 degrees Fahrenheit. May sat beside Elon, her journal open, her voice soft but firm. 3 hearts, us. He knew we'd come, 36 years old, chasing stars. Now this. Her fingers traced his words, a widow's love anchoring her to a man lost in 1971. Jolie sat near the back, her hands trembling around the photo, her eyes on the horizon. I saw him at 36, she whispered, her Spanish lilt a quiet prayer. Wild, young, sketching stars by the fire. He'd want this. Us, fighting for it. Her voice cracked, 54 years weighing heavy, her strength a steady glow. Clara strapped in beside her, her patched coat a badge of survival, her breath short, but her grin alive. Voss thinks he's the star, she muttered, her wrench tapping her knee. Let's burn him out. $50 million, creeps got nothing on us. Evelyn's rifle lay across her lap, her white hair catching the engine's light, her voice gruff. He took Joshua, my love, Lily's father. Antarctica's his grave. I'll see to it. Sarah's tablet flared, the signal spiking. It's mine, 36 waited. And she cursed softly, her green eyes fierce. He's close. 3,000 miles south, under the ice. The engine's humming, syncing with his device. It's alive, choosing, but he's twisting it. She gripped Lily's note, her $500 life a spark in this cosmic clash, her voice unsteady. Mom said choose wisely. What's it picking now? The jet shuddered, turbulence rattling the frame, the engine's glow surging, a golden pulse that shook the cabin, its hum deepening to a whisper, a 54-year-old echo of Joshua. 3 hearts. The words faded into static, a ghost in the air, and the group froze, the cabin alive with his presence. Elon's voice cut through the intercom, strained but electric. 11 hours, hold on, it's talking, Dad's talking. His hands gripped the controls, his $200 billion mind grappling with the impossible, a son hearing his father's soul in the machine. May's sob broke the quiet, her journal slipping as she pressed a hand to her chest. Joshua, he's here. 3 hearts. We're his flame. Jolie's lullaby rose. Duerme mi niño bajo las estrellas. Her frail voice calming the storm, her eyes shining. The ice holds the last star. He knew, Nino. He knew we'd come. Clara's grin widened, her wrench still, her voice faint but bold. Hell yeah, Ghost Dad's on our side. Let's take Voss down. Evelyn's rifle steadied, her resolve unyielding. For Lily, for Sarah, he's guiding us. Sarah's green eyes locked on the tablet, her hands shaking but her focus razor sharp. Antarctica, 3,000 miles south. The engine's alive. It's us or him. Mom's warning, it's now. The jet streaked south, the 54-degree dawn fading into a frozen void, the engine's hum a living promise. Joshua's $5,000 dream, a $1 trillion legacy, hanging between light and shadow. The final frontier loomed, Voss's taunt a blade in the wind, and the starlight burned on, binding them, calling them, racing them toward the ice and the unknown. The Gulfstream G650 cut through the Antarctic darkness, its engines a steady rumble against the 10-degree Fahrenheit void as it landed on a rough airstrip etched into the ice at 2:00 a.m. on Friday, October 29, 2025. The jet's sleek $70 million frame settled 3,000 miles south of Palo Alto, its landing lights piercing a night untouched by dawn, the horizon dominated by a 1,000-foot glacier rising like a silent giant. Inside, the Starlight engine glowed on its pedestal, a $50,000 fusion of steel and crystal, its golden light pulsing in time with Voss's faint signal. "It's mine." 36 waited, tracked 20 miles deeper into the frozen expanse. Elon Musk stepped from the cockpit, his sharp eyes shadowed with exhaustion, his $200 hoodie zipped against the cold, his $200 billion mind fixed on the task ahead. Mae Musk followed, her silver hair catching the wind leaking through the hatch, Joshua's weathered journal pressed to her chest, her widow's strength a quiet fire. Jolie, the 85-year-old nanny who once scrubbed tables for $8 an hour, shuffled out, her frail hands clutching a $5 photo of Joshua, her Spanish accent a soft murmur in the chill. Clara emerged, her patched $50 coat a badge of past fights, her wrench firm despite her lingering pain, her grin edged with resolve. Evelyn Carter, 78 and unbroken, slung her rifle over her shoulder, her white hair lit by the engine's glow, her eyes burning with purpose. Sarah Grayson, 30 and green-eyed like Joshua, carried her $50 radio, its signal a link to Lily's memory, her engineer's hands steady with a granddaughter's determination. The wind roared, a 20-mile-wide blizzard tearing at their gear as they trekked from the airstrip, the engine's case slung over Elon's shoulder, its light a guide through the endless white. His voice broke through the storm, firm but strained. "Coordinates point 20 miles, under the glacier." Joshua's note, "The ice holds the last star. It's here." His breath fogged, his brilliant mind racing. A man who'd mastered space now facing an ancient unknown. Mae gripped the journal tighter, her voice shaky but strong. 3 hearts, 1 flame, he meant us. Jolie, Evelyn, me. His star. He's guiding us. 36 years gone. Her tears froze on her face, a widow's love anchoring her in the gale. Jolie bent against the wind, her photo held close, her Spanish lilt rising. The star that fell to ice, I told him that story. "It's alive, Nino, calling us home." Her trembling hands steadied, her 85-year-old eyes alight with a fire the cold couldn't touch. Clara's boots crunched the snow, her wrench swinging, her voice rough but vibrant. "Voss is near. $50 million creeps got his prize. Let's end him here. Fast." Evelyn's rifle stayed steady, her white hair whipping, her tone gruff. "He took Joshua, my love, Lily's father. This stops now, for them." Sarah's radio crackled, syncing with the engine, her green eyes narrowing as she scanned her tablet. "Signal's clear. 20 miles in, under the ice. Voss's device. It's amplifying something. The engine's alive, like Mom warned." She held Lily's $5 note. "The stars choose their keeper." Her voice wavering. "It's us or him." The 20-mile trek was a grueling battle with the storm, snow thickening, wind pounding, but the engine's glow pulled them forward. A golden lifeline leading to a 5,000-square-foot ice cave beneath the glacier. They descended through a jagged opening, the cold sharpening, the walls gleaming with icy light, the engine's hum resonating like a pulse. At the cave's center stood a $20,000 vault, Joshua's last lab. Its steel door etched with runes, sealed since 1971. A faint $5,000 relic glowing inside. Elon set the case down, his sharp eyes scanning the vault, his voice low but charged. "This is it, Dad's final work." He pried the door open with a $200 ice pick from the jet, the metal creaking as it yielded, revealing a crystalline amplifier. A shard of starlight, its surface humming with soft radiance. Evelyn's breath hitched, her rifle dipping, her voice thick with memory. I remember. 71. $200 in my pocket. Joshua brought me here, tested it under the ice, said it tied to the core. His last piece. Her white hair shone, her 78-year-old hands trembling as she brushed the vault, a lover's shadow in her touch. May's tears fell, her journal slipping as she knelt by the amplifier. 3 hearts, he hid it for us. 36, dreaming of this, his flame. Her voice cracked, a widow's love meeting the ice. Jolie's frail hand steadied, her photo catching the amplifier's light, her Spanish lilt rising. The star that fell. It's here, Nino. His story, alive. Her 85-year-old eyes sparkled, her $25,000 life a spark in this frozen vault. Clara's grin tightened, her wrench tapping the vault, her voice faint but bold. Nice, let's light it up. Voss isn't far, $50 million shadows closing in. Sarah stepped up, her radio syncing with the amplifier, its hum growing as she connected it to the engine's case. It's the final piece. Core, fragment, this. Mom's note, the stars choose. Let's find out. Her green eyes flared, her $500 hands steady, a granddaughter's resolve warming the ice. The amplifier ignited, a 1 million watt beam bursting through the cave ceiling, cutting the 10-degree Fahrenheit sky, a radiant lance visible 4,500 miles north at SpaceX, turning the Antarctic night into day. The cave shook, ice splintering, the engine's hum deepening to a voice, Joshua's, buried 54 years. 3 hearts. The echo faded, a whisper in the light, and the group stilled, the air alive with his presence. Elon's mind raced, his voice rising. It's alive. Dad's in it. Sarah, secure it. His hands gripped the case, his $200 billion will meeting the starlight's soul. May's sob broke free, her journal falling, her hands reaching out. Joshua, he's here. 3 hearts, we're his. Jolie's lullaby rose. Duerme mi niño, bajo las estrellas. Her frail voice a steady hymn, her eyes glistening. The ice holds the last star. He knew, Nino. He knew. Clara's wrench paused, her grin wide, her voice soft but fierce. Ghost Dad's back, hell yeah. Let's take this ice down. Evelyn's rifle lowered, her hands stretching toward the amplifier, her voice trembling. My love, 36, building this, for Lily, for us. Her tears froze, a grandmother's strength softening in the glow. Sarah's radio surged, the amplifier locking in, the beam pulsing brighter. A 1 million watt harmony that rattled the cave, its hum a living bond to Joshua's vision. It's whole, she called, her green eyes blazing. Core, fragment, amplifier, Mom's warning. It's choosing now. The ice groaned, a faint counter-signal crackling. Voss's $5 device, stolen in Montana, pulsing close, its $50 sensor glowing red on Sarah's tablet. He's here, she warned, her hands shaking. Amplifying, twisting it, too close. Elon's jaw tightened, his sharp gaze sweeping the shadows, his voice cutting. Voss, $50 million of betrayal. He's under the ice, waiting. He lifted the ice pick, his $200 billion will a shield in the storm. May stood, her journal clutched, her voice firm. 3 hearts, we're his flame. He won't steal it, not again. Jolie's frail hands steadied, her photo glowing, her Spanish lilt rising. The star guides home. It's us, Nino, not him. Her 85-year-old strength flared, a nanny's quiet fire shining. Clara shifted, her wrench raised, her grin sharp despite her fatigue. Let's crack him. $50 coat's ready. Evelyn's rifle snapped up, her white hair whipping, her tone rough. For Joshua, for Lily, he ends here. Sarah's green eyes fixed on the tablet, her radio trembling, her voice a promise. The engine's alive. It's us or him. Mom's note, choose wisely. It's now. The cave pulsed, the 1 million watt beam surging, a golden heart in the ice. Joshua's $5,000 dream, a $1 trillion legacy, balanced between light and shadow. Voss's counter-signal grew, a dark thread in the glow, and the starlight burned on, binding them, calling them, racing them toward the reckoning beneath the glacier's frozen core.